Hello, I am Matcha Bunny, and welcome back to another episode. I'm going with episode today. Episode of Tiny Bunny. So we're gonna continue with this. So far, not super scary game, but we'll see how it goes. Fuck. Hold on. I realized what I forgot to do. I forgot to have it on the right game. There we go. Haha, there we go. Okay, so let's get into it after wasting that little bit of time. So, we are at the school. After just being bugged by Semyon? I don't know. But yeah. Semyon was nowhere to be found in the front yard or near the school gate. I don't really believe I was this lucky. So I decided to be extra cautious and stayed for some more time in the corridor. That was gradually getting less crowded. All the bustle moved to the first floor. There was a skeleton peeking out of the biology classroom. Some jokester put a cap with an American condor on its head. The sound of running water were coming from the bathroom. I was the only person left in the whole school. I'm not alone. A sudden thought came to mind. I remembered the missing boy. His portrait was on the notice board near the schedules. I remember his smile. Him looking at me. In fact, that he's most likely already dead. Hello! I suddenly turned around. At first, my eyes stumbled upon the black violin case. Then I noticed a girl from my class was holding it. She sat in the first row of the second column. I could swear I caught her looking at me a couple of times. And I was sneaking glances at her myself. Sometimes I just feel nice to look at something pretty. The spring, the sky, or a girl that's not in the crowd that laughs at Xiumin's jokes. And she wasn't whispering the dirty laundry off other people to Katya. She spent all the breaks just like me, staying in the classroom or looking in the window or drawing something in her green notebook. Hello. I turned red and pretended I was studying the pattern on the wooden floor. I saw Babarin push you. Are you alright? The bump on my head hurt, but it wasn't all that much uncomfortable. I'm fine. It's nothing. It's definitely not nothing. That idiot can't control himself at all lately. You should have punched him back. I mumbled in reply. Semyon wasn't like that before. He also transferred here just recently. His grandma told me that it's almost felt like he went mad. I started shuffling books into my backpack, to at least put something in my hands. The girl looked at me with her clear, attentive eyes. Do you live over the river? In that wooden house? Yeah. It must be scary living there. And you also have to cross the forest. I wouldn't be able to do that. I shivered at the mention of the forest. I thought of intertwining branches of a snake-like tail, of endless darkness that spread like mold among the crooked trees. So I straight up lied. It's not that scary. What's so scary about it for you? She smiled after a brief pause, as if brushing off a daydream. Well, actually, never mind. My name is Paulina. Paulina. My name's Paulina, by the way. And I'm Anton. I already know that. Oh, I have to go to music class. She made a couple of steps and stopped. Amazing. Paulina didn't look like those beauties from the magazine posters or the actresses from the movies. But in the flickering light of the ceiling lamps, she looked much more alluring. Can you play anything? My parents bought me a guitar a couple of years ago. I immediately remembered my merging attempt at making music. And, change. We're all waiting for a change. Tony's song echoed through my thoughts and my desire to change something. The guitar got lost somewhere, as if refusing to move to the old house near the forest. I think my parents gave it away to someone that needed it more. I don't, sadly. A pity. Oh well, I'll be going. Bye. Her shout was captured by the loud echo. Her shoes also echoed through the school hallway. Bye. I wasn't sure if Paulina heard me. I looked out the window again. Oh, I'm sorry, Simon would say that while shoving me off the staircase in a way that could break my neck. Or, oops, I didn't mean that, after spilling pot on me in the cafeteria. And this kept happening every day. I couldn't relax for a moment because of the string of condescendence. And to my horror, I realized that it was only going to get worse, and I couldn't do anything about it. I always walked looking down at school. I couldn't count the minutes until classes ended. Only in rare moments when I caught Paulina's look on me, I choked from embarrassment and was ready to fight, but as if to mock me, nothing happened. And then my rage subsided and everything returned to normal. I always went home alone. First, I slipped through the village, then over the bridge across the river, and then finally through the forest. The road slithered between the trees about 10 minutes. There were no passerbyers, only cars slowly crawling past me, as if afraid to sink in snow. I tried to walk as fast as possible, because branches white from the snow and black trunks created an illusion of someone wandering in the forest. Somebody tall, sneaky, who can turn into a tree or a snow pile, and then, when nobody's looking at them, continue their journey along the road. Yo, Antokoshka? I'm so bad at Russian. My heart nearly stopped.
Oh, shit. That bitch.
From the darkness behind the pines, just like cavemen from their caves, appeared smirking Simon with a bunch of his coonies. And who do we have here? Check this four-eye freak, eh? They surrounded me like carnivorous pride, making me step back. The smell of sweat and tobacco attacked my nostrils. The inside of my mouth felt salty, as if I'd licked a battery. Look at this sucker, guys. He tripped so hard at school that he broke the floor. Who will pay it now? Will you pay for it, wimp? Don't worry, we'll teach him how to walk, right? Simon bought a sizable signet ring with some geometric shapes carved into it up to my face. In a moment, I'll hit your... Oh. I'll hit your faggot face so hard I'll leave a mark for the rest of your life.
Damn it. Bad.
Stop! A whizzing whisper left my lips, and my head tilted forward to hit Simon's fist. A red spark flew from my eyes. They're going to gang up on me and beat me up. Baisha, give me a hand. Someone gave me a rough push towards the bastard with the slanted eye, and he tripped me. I fell on a sharp crust of ice. The fatso stepped on my hand, preventing me from getting up. A painful groan escaped my throat. Did you hear him whimper? He actually... Oh,
This is so bad.
is he actually a faggot or something? I started to lose breath from anger and resentment. The pain was growing. My ear was hot and pulsating with pain was shooting through it, like it was cut off, and the ball of nettle was sewn in its place. Why so silent? Silent, Antoshka? Come on, tell us. At this moment, I felt pure, unbridled rage. The moment I'm tired. Oh no. Comments of my whatever. Of my anger. Like the sprouts ink, it rose up from the depths of my mind, filling all my thoughts. Morons! Did you know that my dad is also a fag? Sam burst out laughing. This became the last straw. Fear, anger were crippling inside me like a mad dog. He knows Aikaido, got it? And he's a vet. He'll kill the likes of you with his eyes closed. One word from me and the boy in a tracksuit raised his hand, stopping the torment of lies, and made a couple of steps forward. Simon slowly backed off and gave me an opportunity to stand up. It was a surprise for me. Seems like Barbarian wasn't the leader of their gang. In reality, they were all listening to the boy who looked like a small carnivorous but very strong and sharp teeth. Pines were swaying back and forth like soul guardians. Did he believe me? Or was he confused by my face, twisted with rage? A vet, you say? My dad also fought in the war. In Afghan. And yours? Mine too. Oh really? What force did he serve in? I stumbled, fear comped in my rage throat and made it bleed. He's full of shit, Rumcut. Sure as fuck. Do you think I'm so easy to trick? I can see through all your lies, little bitch.
These guys are assholes.
Okay, he looks completely pathetic at this moment, which is surprising. Huh. He looks like actually sad for him, possibly? I don't know. I can't decide. There was a nasty smile on his face now. This didn't bode well for me. Well, you've asked for this. You're fucked. That's right.
He's missing a bunch of teeth.
Pray that they find your dead body come spring, eh? Only if you stayed quiet. wouldn't have lost a hair. But fucking around with stuff like Afghan, where my dad spent time under fire on international duty, is fucking... I don't know how to say that. At all. Give him a good pounding, Simon. The delinquents closed in on me again. I ended up in front of Simon. Blood was pummeling in my temples. The branches were swaying back and forth, as if whispering something, giving me hope. I gritted my teeth, fighting the thought that I looked silly, and looked like a boxing dance I often saw in the movies. What are you, fucking Mike Tyson? This was my first ever fight. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. If I don't kick the bucket, of course. At the edge of my vision, I noticed the darkness wraith again, as if someone was walking back and forth there. I sensed Roman's claws grab my backpack. Give him your shit, Anton Kashka? Nope. I'll get in the way. It'll get in the way. I was about to refuse, unwilling to cooperate with the bastard, but then he fished a butterfly net out of his pocket with one smooth motion, spun it as if showing off, and then put the blade to my neck. Easy. Hey, easy, bud. I can make it painful. I let out a cloud of steam instead of words. Romka pulled all of his might, and my backpack ended up in his hands. Calm and relaxed. An incestuous smile on his face. He looked into my backpack. Are you hiding something from us? Some rat stole my school shoes. Let me see if it was... And what's this? Romka gave me a dubious smile. So what do we have here? My text and notebook fell into the snow. He was holding my backpack in one hand and something weird in the other. It looked like a mask. Roman lifted it high as if showing it to someone else, someone in the treetops, in the twilight among the trees. An old bunny mask. Long worn out, ears barely visible, nose and whiskers, mangy fur on the sides. Where did this come from? Who put it in there? Simon laughed. It's way past New Year's, moron. Or are you really a loony? It's not mine. How come it's not? It was in your backpack. Romka watched the scene unfold with an evil smile on his face. You know what? Put it on. Why? 'Cause I'm telling you to. You'll hop like a bunny for us. Yeah, come on. Or we'll leave you pantless. Anything but this. What if someone from our class will pass by? For example, Paulina. No. Simon. Put it on him. Basha rushed to his friend's side, took the worn-out mask from him with a buffoonish bow. Then he passed it to Simon, who already rubbing his hand in it. Hands in anticipation. Jeez. I looked around in the pine woods, as if waiting for help, as if the shadows that were there around us would take pity on me and take my side. Branches looked like arms twitching in unusual angles. Blackened bark was their carnal skin, and the darkness was the smoke they protruded. I can't run. Won't get away. They'll catch me. And then? Here. It'll fit better this way. Ew. He hurled a huge ball of spit on the inside of the plastic bunny face and put it close to mine. He spit looked like a squash spider. Roman's face twisted as he squirmed like a beast, like he wanted to tell Simon something, but then he suddenly stopped. Simon was still close by with a disgusting smirk on his face, and a terrible smell coming from his mouth. Put it on fast, or you're dead. The mask almost looked more disgusting now. Well, despite everything. Felt like it was a chance for salvation. It could become one of my second skin. If only I was to put it on. If only my face was to touch its bumpy surface. I'm sure the fur will glitter and the ears will tremble like they're alive. If I need to put it on, and Simon and his friends will be gone. Forever. I only have one option, so I reached out. My hand wasn't shaking anymore. Someone laughed at me and let out an evil, Simon held me the mask and let out an evil laugh. The fur felt warm to the touch, just as I expected. Got goosebumps. Electricity flowed through my spine. This is it. My salvation. A voice whispered to me from the well of my subconscious. Just put it on and nobody will hurt you. The forest froze, gazing at me with cracks in the bark. I acted slowly. I took off my glasses, got rid of the nasty spit on the paper mache. There was a movement inside the bunny mask, as if something was trying to break out, and I needed to help it. I lifted the mask and started moving it towards my flaming cheeks, just like that. Just like in that movie with Jim Carrey. The mask had power. This mask had strength. Carton touched my skin. It enveloped my skull, my nose, took the shape of my face. It smelled like an animal lair and pine. My lips touched some sort of hard, waving material. My armor. Strangely enough, though, the slit of the old canvas material, I was able to see as good as through my glasses. The trio boys froze in the clearing. Snowflakes frozen in the air. The trees, whose shadows formed black streams towards me. A weird silhouette in the early twilight behind the windfall. And all the silence. Simon nervously whispered, "Hey, what's up with him?" I broadened my shoulders. My muscles felt like they were made of steel. Invisible plumes of fog grew towards me, breaking off the trees. I was absorbing the forest powers with every pore of my body. I smelled underneath the mask. No, I showed my teeth. My fists were itching. My stomach was growling. He's turning. You asked for this. I made a step forward. Simon carefully stepped towards me as if he was walking on thin ice. A trail from my dreams snaked in front of me again. Endless alluring. It was beckoning me away from all the problems to the new wonderful world. The world of Magic Neverland. I pulled the zipper open on my coat and threw it to the snow with a fast motion, then growled. I felt like something was frantically looking for an exit underneath my skin. I went towards Simon. He's turning. Fuck. Turning? Turning into a retard. I clearly blew up in hysteric laughter. Hayash was clutching his stomach, Roman smirking and shaking his head. And Simon, who was laughing the most of the three, spat on his knuckles, waved his face like a club. You're such a moron, Tasha. The fish collided with my mask. The fur didn't dampen the blow at all. There was no power, no magic, no smoke coming from the pines. I flew towards the bushes and landed on my butt. My vision, bolstered by adrenaline at the moment before, returned to normal. Now that was something. I thought he was going to all four and tear us to bits. Like a carrot. Yo, did you see that? Did you? Does this count as a sobbing? This is way better. I sobbed. The mask had one advantage. If I cried now, nobody would see my tears. What a loony. You belong in the loony bin. For animals. Simon put his knee into the snow pile and ripped the glasses out of my numbing fingers. Give me my glasses back. I won't make it home. Bullshit. Haven't you heard that bunnies have good sense of smell? So don't worry, just use it. Hip hop, hippity hop. Simon shoved the trophy into his jacket and flashed me a toothy grin. Besides, bunnies don't wear glasses. Now scrim. I stood up, still wobbly. The trees became blurry, dark wall. 3 bright silhouettes were wobbling around me. There were black spots on them, their eye sockets and mouths. But it looked to me like there was more of them that it should be. I turned to the forest. Simon Boot came to my rescue, kicking me in the butt, quickening my shameful retreat. Hippity hop, hippity hop. I threw the mask into the ravine out of spite. Then zigzagged through the fire break along in the giant snow-lined world. The trunks around me bent in all directions. Their tree tops disappeared into the darkness above me. The sky was pushing me down. I wanted to cry, but my eyes were completely dry by now. Only sadness and longing were left. A desire to bury myself under the snow, or leave for the Neverland, joining Volva and Sinya. I don't care where to go, just somewhere far away from here. Somewhere very far away. Home. Hey, what's this? Where's your glasses, Anton? Did you lose them? I see. How can you be so careless? Do you think I own money printing press? Yeah, right. You would be wearing your old glasses until next year. Olia rushed to me.
I saw a fox!
Surprised akin to a shotgun blast. I could only flop my lips in reply. A cup shattered into many little pieces with a loud think. Mom let it fall from her hands. Her face was pale and her eyes were glued into the ground. This pause was just a split second, felt like an eternity. Then my mom spoke with disappointment.
First it's an owl, and now it's a fox? Will you ever get tired of this? But it's true!
She's
so fluffy! She stood on her back legs near the hedge, like a person. The fox called my name, but then Mom came and she fled.
There was no fox. Stop making things up. Don't go near her. If it was necessary, I was ready to shake my sister as if she was a doll made of cloth.
What's wrong, Tasha?
Don't go, you hear me? Mom entered the hallway and gave me a surprised look. I hesitated. Well, a fox will bite you. I remember fairy tales where foxes used to kidnap children. I imagine Alea at liberty, carnivorous, running through the night forest with a dangling sack in her hands. It wasn't a real fox. Tell him, Alea.
She stood on 2 legs and wore a dress. And she's real.
See? Mom showered us a tired smile, as if it was the only explanation needed. I also forced myself to smile. My smile was like a thin piece of soap right before it dissolved completely into your palm. But then I was left alone with my sister. I whispered, "If you see her again, run."
my wrist popped. Oh. However, we're gonna save really fast. Yes. However, this is where we're gonna be ending today's episode. Please remember, wow, English, great. I'm good at that today. Please remember, if you liked watching Tiny Bunny, remember to like, subscribe, and if you want, leave a comment. That is the wrong window. There we go. I'll see you guys next time, now that I figured out I hit the wrong button. Okay, bye-bye.